So when you first contacted the jean hunter guy on eBay, and you and your friends, three guys, you know, visited the US, like, how old were you back then?
Oh, let's see. I think that time I was working for Acne during that time. I think I was 22 or 23.
Oh, 20.
I was young. Yeah.
So when you first visited the US, you actually met the, you know, very like seller guy, right? The jeans hunter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually, like, four of you went into a mine for jeans hunting?
Yes.
No. Do you remember, like, what vintage pieces or what, you know, fabric scrap you found from your first jeans hunting?
Well, I think it's important to say that my friend has been doing this for, I think, 25 years or something. And I have been doing it in a light version since I live on the other side of the world in 10 years. But it's extremely hard to find something. I would say on all my over 10 years of hunting, I think kind of handful of pieces during 10 years. So mostly it's a lot of work, and you came home with bruises.
Okay.
That's about it. So with that said, yes, like I remember the first time. I mean, the first time is always the first time. It doesn't matter what you do. It's like kind of impression. You didn't know what to expect, so that was kind of a strange feeling in the body because you didn't know what to expect. Our first thought was, why is it denim in the desert? Is it like dead people there? And do I don't know. You know, that was the first, but it doesn't work like that. So yeah, I remember the first trip. We went out to Nevada, and this time we brought a trailer, a huge trailer that we could live in. And my friend told me that we needed to have like kind of painting suits, like you're having a suit all over your body to protect yourself. And we were like, why do we need to have this? It's only desert, and what's the thing? And the thing is that all the mines back then, they were searching for silver, copper, zinc, you know, gold. Well, so a lot of metals are really, really toxic, and they are in the sand. So when you start digging, it's getting so dusty. So on some places, they are super dangerous. It's like you can think about, oh, it's dangerous to go in a mine because everything could fall, it's dark. The most dangerous part, the first time, it was the dust, the toxics in the dust.
That's really, like, I wasn't expecting that, because you know, you are going to like pitch black mines and with only the lights of headlight. So I was thinking,
But it's kind of, I think you need to be shaped in a special way, because if you are like a person that are afraid of things, this is nothing for you. Because all the steps, if you start thinking about it, you should go home, because it's dumb. It's dumb. But if you're not thinking, you just do it. Yeah, I mean, of course, during the years with my friends also, kind of different media want to come to the desert and shoot pictures and do interviews. But when we are in the beginning of the mine, they like, oh no, we're not gonna go there. Okay. So why are you here? It's I think, I mean, of course, I I don't do everything. There's like, I have boundaries too. In the mines, it's you can summarize it with fall. Something can fall on you, like rocks, big stones, or it's pitch dark. You can fall into a huge hole.
Okay. Vertical holes.
Yeah. And they could be. I remember one time I have one rule, and that's the tricky part. It gets really slow because we have headlamps, but they don't do so much. So you need to kind of always, when you put your foot, when you're like walking in the mines, you need to see what you're walking on. Suddenly it could be a hole, really huge, and it could be, just for example, we have rope with us just to see stuff sometimes. And this rope were 60 meters. That's long, that's much rope, 60 meters.
Yeah, right.
And we put the rope into the hole, and my friend were in the hole, putting the rope, and I was holding him and the rope, and giving more rope, giving him more rope, and I was hitting him on the back. Hey, the rope is empty. And we were both lying down and checked, and the rope was still didn't reach the bottom. So it's like you don't want to fall there. So you need to see where you put your foot. The problem is you also need to see where the denim is. So it's like
okay. Like, just out of my curiosity, but what's the necessary tools for jeans hunting? Helmet, headlight, 60 meters rope. What else do you bring into the mines?
Well, the absolutely most, the most important tool to have. Well, I haven't mentioned it yet, but without this, this is the tricky part, because you have your backpack.
Yeah.
And it's not like when you go into the desert, it's not like you're jumping off your car and there's the mine. Hello. No. It's like you need to walk so many hours uphill, up to the mountains. You can see there's the mine. So you're walking in like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's 45 degrees outside. The sun it's hot, it's warm. So the most important part, water. 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 And I remember this kind of a rookie mistake that I put so much water in my backpack. It was like so heavy, but I had water. And I was going, and it was so heavy. So I remember when we finally reached the mine, I was so exhausted of wearing this water, so I couldn't dig. I was like,
Okay. So
it's kind of a balance, The next trip, I didn't put so much water, and I was like, yeah, I could dig. But then I got so thirsty, and I didn't have any water. So the water is important.
Okay.
Because we are in the middle of nowhere. If something happens, or if you need to buy something or whatever, it's like 6-7 hours. Could be 6-7 hours with car.
Oh my God.
So it's like we don't eat anything. Normally we have bars, but the thing is, we could be out for days, and when we actually finding something, when we think in this pipe it could be something, it's like the time stops. We can be digging there, digging, and after 11 hours we haven't eaten anything, and we're still digging, and it's like could be something. So it's of course the tools are important, as I told you, the headlamps, but I think for me personally, it's food and water is for me. Without it, I don't get any energy, and it's tricky and it's hard. It's kind of, without water, and if you have been working really hard, and you're going back to your car, and it's a 6-hour walk in 45 degrees. It's rough.
Yeah, it's quite rough. Okay, it sounds crazy. Like you kind of bring some water and some like chocolate bars or whatever into the mines, and like usually, like how many hours do you stay in that kind of mines, like in the pitch black mine?
Well,
you don't
it's
stay
different
over a night in the mines, right?
No, well, I have been doing that too. Yeah, I've been doing over the night. Yeah, by myself actually. But yeah, I was by myself at that time. But the thing is, it could be really hot outside, and at winter time it's really cold outside. But in the mines, it's always the same temperature. I think it's like 23 degrees. It's like perfect in the mines. So it's like, so you want to be in the mine.
That's like interesting. Like I thought, in the winter,
the temperature are stable. It doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. It's stable.
Okay, that's really like crazy story. Because I'm really enjoying your stories, because I never thought someone like you like exists in this world. So it's amazing.
You can like kind of summarize everything with this sign. It says danger. Unsafe mine. Stay out. Stay alive.
今これアングル上手だったね。
That's kind of what
Okay, yeah,
what it's all about.
Everything. Yeah, like this is kind of like last question from us about Gene's hunting life of you. But what was the most surprising like find in the mines so far? Like, what was the most like exciting piece for you to find?
Actually, it was one of the latest trips I did. We were out, me and my friend, and we were like kind of. This was a huge mine with a lot of entering. You could enter that way. You could enter there. You could enter there. So we kind of it's dumb because it's like in the army, you're stronger together. You never leave your body. This is the same thing. You don't separate because it's dangerous. So. But we did. I don't know why we did, but okay, you go that way and I go that way, and we are by ourselves. And I was by myself, and I was seeing a pile of rocks, and I was thinking, this maybe could be a trash pile. Just to explain that, the miners in the 1800s, they didn't have anyone that picked up their trash because they were in the middle of the desert. So in the mines, they had places where they put their trash. And the trash could be yes, and the trash could be a jacket or a hat or whatever. So you want to find those piles. So I found this and I was like, So I started to move rocks, big rocks, and I was screaming to my friend, "Hello!" But he didn't answer. I couldn't hear him, and he couldn't hear me. Shit. So I started by myself again. And then I found a piece of paper in this, and that's a clue of, okay, this could be a trash pile, because somehow they had news magazines during the 1800s, and they put out them, and those are really good because we have a lot of papers, and in the papers you can see in the corner of the paper 1880 22 March, 21. So you see the date. Also, you see that everything in this pile is probably from around
that era. Yeah.
So I found a piece of paper and I tried to find my friend. And finally, I found him. And I showed, because he's much more experienced than me. I found this. What do you think? Could this be something? And he looked at it really fast. This is from the 40s, 1940s. Okay. So I don't know why, but I went back to the pile and took the paper and threw it back. And I looked at the pile and I saw something more. And I was like, I know he told me it's from the 40s and we don't care about that. We care about 1800 stuff. I don't know why, but I started to dig again and I put out a piece of paper again. And I'm not the expert, but this doesn't look like the 40s. So I went back to him. What about this? Where did you find this? In the same pile. Well, the fuck, it's 1800s. So it seems like, and this is kind of incredible, kind of common, but also incredible to find it. During the 1800s, they're starting to mine this mine, and they stopped. And they came back in the 40s to start again. And they used the same trash pile. So the trash was 40s, 1800 stuff. So when we started to dig 40s, and then 1800s paper, 1800s boots, 1800s jacket, 1800 jeans, we put it was a high score. It was the best ever find ever in all of my years. And I have those pants at home. It's still the label. You can still read it. I've tried to research it, but I can't find anything about it. But the brand says, and this is so kind of funny, but the brand name is a shoe horn, like you say horn, like a foot of a shoe, horseshoe, and it says, "Good luck."
落ち着けたね。落ちをつけたね。すごいね。
We guys should, and this is during the Levi's had a pattern. So this brand were using dart stitching and different kind of ways without using the rivets. This is an amazing piece. So I will show that to you guys and see what. That's one of the most memorable time, because normally you find a piece of scrap or like a shoestring or maybe a shoe, but this time we found shoes, a jacket, jeans. It was high school.
Okay, so that was the latest like jeans hunting trip. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, like you said.
Well, actually, the last trip were exactly before Corona came.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, and that's also why recently, the 3-4 years ago, I was going to the desert much more, since I was contracted for a documentary, a movie about denim digging, and denim. And the movie will be Denim Hunter, and it will be out next year. So the TV team, they follow me in the desert so many times. So we went to the desert much more often.
Oh, okay. So the like filming of the documentary has all finished. So it's just like waiting until this autumn or winter to come out on TV.
Yeah, they filmed everything, so they're editing now, and it will be done in October, November, and then the release will probably be on a film festival in the United States, probably in the spring. Maybe we can do something in Japan too.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So I think Japanese denim lovers all will love this story, because it was so much fun for me to listen to like every word you taught me, because it's a totally different world, like unknown world for me. Like I never imagined or thought about, me going into mines and like find vintage jeans. So it was really, really interesting for me.
最後、日本の皆さんに何か一言言ってもらえば。
So, okay. So, just like one last question, and this conversation will be finished. But you like Japan, right? Because you are collecting tin cans from Japan, like from Kyoto.
Oh yeah.
So, like, any message for like Japanese denim fans from Viktor Fredbäck, the jean hunter? Yeah, I know it's a difficult one, but just a simple, like, say hi kind of thing.
Well, hi guys. For me, I've never been in Japan. I hope to come there. I really want to go. And for me, when I think about Japan, it's like 100% of authenticity. It's like for real and a little more. So guys, still just do what you do and believe in yourself and believe in what you do. I think it's great, and keep up that and keep going.
Okay. Thank you so much, Viktor. All right. So thank you so much for your time, Viktor.
Thank you.
Factory is closing soon, so we're gonna go downstairs as well to say bye to our colleagues. So arigato. Thank you.
Arigato. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Tak.
Tak.
Bye.
これまだ収録中？
はい。
ああ、すごい。ちょっとだけ後語りを。
ね。
いや、一番嬉しかったのがね、ビクターがなんかすごい楽しそうに喋るっていうのがいいなって思ってて、なんかそれがすごい、俺はね、すべてを聞き取れないけど、すごい楽しそうにしてるっていうのは、やっぱり、そういうことなんだな、好きじゃないとできないっていうのは、縫うのも、そういう掘るのも一緒だなと思って。
まあ確かに。いや、ビクターめっちゃ可愛くないですか？
可愛いっていう表現わかんないけど、いやでも素敵な人ですよね。
素敵な人。
話
すたびなんか、本当に僕らにやっぱり面と向かって会ってないじゃないですか。で、お前ら早く来いと。そればっかり言うんですよ。
本当だね。だから僕も作ってて思ったのは、作ってて何を得たかっていうと、十数年服を作ってて、やっぱ人との出会いを作ったなと思ってるんですよ。彼も掘ってるんだろうけど、結局何を掘ってたかっていう向こう側には人との出会いっていうのを生んでくれてるのかもしれないなっていうのを話してて思いました。
そんないい話になります。
なります。
ジーンズ。
俺ね、明日ここにね、ろうそく垂れてたらどうする？
なんかビクターも初心者から何も知らない状態からはじめさんにちょっと翻訳はしょってたと思うんですけど、そのアメリカ人にお前ら興味あるのかって言われて、すぐ行ったんですって、友達3人連れて。
行動力だね。
で、税関ではじめさんもいつも
止められますね。
ビクターも当時、英語があんまりうまくなくて、税関でお前ら何しに来たんだと。で、ビクターが一番英語下手だったんですって。で、ジーンズ掘りに来たの。
いいね。
それが意味わからんって言われて、
止められるよね。
止められて、でこう友達に会いに来た。友達の名前はファーストネームしかわからない。で見た目はどんな人、見たことないからわかんない。で、一人だけ別室連れてかれて、なんとか入れるぐらい、若い時だからバカだったんだみたいな。
面白いストーリーだね。なるほどな。それがね、時を経てね、こういう機会を設けれたってことは本当に俺ロマンティックって言って、そのね、ビクターはどう取ったかっていうのは分かんないけれども、でもその言葉に尽きるなっていう感じはしましたけどね。ラブストーリーじゃないですか、これは。
いや、とってもいい。ビクちゃん好きになりました。
かっこいいね。いや、俺多分明日ちょっとね、よれてね、ちょっとね、ローが垂れた、ちょっとエイジングされたハットに変わってると思いますけどね。ね、これは、7月、いつ ?10 日？9日リリースがね、7月10日、ね、で、このビクターズボイスコレクションというのは、7月11日の日付変わるまでという形ですね。
そうです。
はい。ぜひね、その声に耳を傾けたいと思った方は、よろしくお願いします。ちょっと宣伝が嫌だったけどね、ちょっと最後ね、知らなかった だよって言われたらね、ちょっと寂しいので、一言だけ言わさせていただきました。はい。ありがとうございました。はい。
ビクちゃんの笑顔を見るために、僕らもちょっと頑張って。
そうだね、そうだね。
今後もやることありますから。
ね、すごい命がけの言葉を聞いたから、まだ気が引き締まったなっていう感じですね。はい。
じゃあちょっと楽しんでいただければ幸いです。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。